Hey everybody, Alonzo here with Gulf Coast Smoke. Today we're back with another seasoning comparison, and I know this isn't the typical introduction that we do, but we're outside because we're cooking on the Blackstone griddle today. So today we're comparing Killer Hogs steak seasoning and Uncle Pookie's steak and burger love. So I found out about Uncle Pookie's steak and burger love because a while back we did a comparison and somebody commented and said, hey, you got to try out the Uncle Pookie. So I ended up chatting back and forth with him, found out that he was one of the owners or one of the workers for Uncle Pookie, and he actually works for Malcolm Reed as well. And I told him, hey, let me purchase a bottle, send it off to me. I did not tell him I was going to be doing a comparison, but we decided today that we wanted to try it out for the first time and do a comparison against the steak seasoning by Killer Hogs. So that's what we're doing today. What we're going to do is we're going to get these steaks and we're going to season them up, and then of course we're going to talk about the differences in the two. I know you guys want to see a winner all the time, but like I've said before, I'll say it again. If they're both good, I'm going to say that, and we're just going to talk about the differences. If there's one that's definitely better, I'll let you guys know in the end. But you know, barbecue seasoning is barbecue seasoning. A lot of the times they're all pretty good, especially on a good piece of meat. But like I said, I will do my best always to pick a winner, just to let you guys know which one I think is better. But if I can't, we're just going to talk about the differences between the two. One other thing I want to talk about is I told you guys last week that we were going to go out to a barbecue competition, and we did. We went out to Sinton, Texas last Friday and Saturday, and we competed. We ended up 8th place out of 43 teams, which was extremely exciting. We didn't get any brisket calls. We didn't even get a brisket final table, so we got to work on that. We got a chicken final table, and we got 4th place ribs, which was extremely exciting, and we're very, very happy about it. The unfortunate part is, out of all the pictures we took, we didn't get any ribs. Like, how crazy is that? The one we did the best on, we didn't get any pictures of it, so that really sucks. But I'll leave a picture of the brisket and the chicken that we did here, and any other cool pictures and stuff that I have of the event. I'll let you guys see that right now. Unfortunately, I got 0 footage. It's really hectic out there, and especially for it being our first one, we were trying to soak everything in, learn as much as we could. So like I said, we didn't get too much footage. Actually, we got 0 footage, so I apologize about that. I know you guys, some of you guys have messaged me and told me that you were really excited about that, but you know, it is what it is. I will in the future try to get some footage out of the competitions because we already signed up for a few more. Anyway, we're going to step inside. You guys are going to see that footage inside of us comparing the two seasonings, the ingredients, and the coarseness and the color of these. So we're going to go inside, and then from there, I'm going to bring you guys back out, and we'll finish these steaks out on the griddle hot and fast, and then we'll talk about how they taste and hopefully give you guys a good idea of what these seasonings are like. And moving forward, if you're interested in either of them, you can make an educated guess on which one you want to pick up. Alright, so like I said earlier, these are the two seasonings that we're going to compare today. Killer Hogs Barbecue Steak Rub and Uncle Pookie Barbecue Steak and Burger Love. If you guys look at the ingredients here, there is a lot. So I'm not going to go over every single one of them, but we will talk about the first one in each. So salt is the first ingredient in Uncle Pookie, and spices is the first ingredient over here in Killer Hogs. So this one might not be as salty as this one, but we'll see. And one of the things that I noticed about this one here, Uncle Pookie, MSG free. I don't see that on the Killer Hogs bottle anywhere, like no MSG, but I don't see monosodium glutamate in the ingredients, so I'm assuming it is also MSG free. If anybody knows that for sure, let me know in the comments, but I think this is MSG free as well. Alright, so now we'll pour out some of these seasonings, and you can see here the Killer Hogs is extremely coarse. There's huge granules in this, and I like that. I mean, I think that's going to make for a great crunch on the steak while we're cooking it. So, again, I've had this before. I know it's good, but I'm excited about that ribeye tonight. Over here, we'll pour out some Uncle Pookies. And I'm not going to lie, that's pretty coarse as well. So, it has some pretty big granules in there as well. One of the things I'll notice is there's definitely some really fine spices in there. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but you can see there's a lot of fine spice in there as well. that fine spice gives this a definite different color than this. So you can see over here, you almost have like a reddish brown color. And on the Killer Hogs, I mean, it just looks black, white, gray, a little bit of brown. But that finer grain over here, whatever that spice is, gives this that reddish brown color that makes it look a lot different to me. Okay, so now it's time to come in. We're going to season up these 2 steaks, head outside and cook these hot and fast on my Blackstone griddle. So these are some pretty thin steaks today, you guys can see. And they're really, really easy to overcook. So I'm gonna flip them constantly. If you see that in the footage, know that that's why I'm doing it. I don't want these to overcook too quickly, and I wanna also build a nice crust. So I'm gonna flip them constantly, trying to build that crust, and at the same time, trying not to overcook them. So come on in, let's get these seasoned up, head outside, get some action shots, and then of course, we're coming back in and we'll talk about how these taste. Then from there, hopefully we could pick a winner, move on to the next one.
Big time, number 9. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, yeah. Big time, big time, big time, big time. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Lot of shine. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. It's running over with the dollar signs. Try to take it from me. Big time.
Okay, so back after a very, very simple cook. I mean, this literally took, I don't even think 6-7 minutes to do this. We did add the eggs in the end, as you can see, and I'm really excited about dinner, so let's get on with the comparison. First, what we'll do is we'll take a bite of the Killer Hogs steak seasoning, and I don't know if you can see it from there, but it is cooked pretty well for it being a very, very thin steak. What I like to do on those is I just like to flip them a lot. I get the griddle as hot as I can, and I'll still flip them a lot, getting that crust, but hopefully not overcooking it. But this is perfect for it being this thin of a steak. So let's take a quick bite. So good. One of the things I love about this seasoning is the Worcestershire sauce powder. And I honestly feel like you can taste that Worcestershire sauce. If you guys have seen my videos before, you know I like to use Worcestershire sauce as a binder for my briskets. And it's honestly just a very, very delicious flavor. And I feel like you get that with this steak seasoning. So it is very coarse, so it's crunchy. You have a nice texture. But for me, the Worcestershire sauce is like the best part of it. I mean, it's a great seasoning overall, but I personally feel like you could taste that Worcestershire sauce in there. And I really like that. Let's go ahead and move on to the Uncle Pookie's Steak and Burger Love. Another one that, again, is cooked pretty well for it being that thin. That's delicious. That's delicious. I'm not sure what I'm tasting. Something something pops right when I take a bite. Something pops pretty hard. I don't know if it's the saltiness or something, but there's a flavor in there that I can't really put my tongue on that I taste like right away. And it's a pretty dominant kick of flavor. It's a pretty dominant burst of flavor. So that is extremely good. Compared to the steak seasoning by Killer Hogs, I mean, I honestly think, man, this one's actually really hard. I think this might be one of the harder ones that I've done. Hold on. Come try it. What is that? Something in there, right?
It's got mustard and maybe a little bit of turmeric. It says turmeric. I don't think the turmeric really adds to the
Flavor?
but maybe the mustard.
Which one do you prefer? Do you have one you like better?
I haven't tried this one yet.
I just gave it to you.
Oh,
Want to try it again?
yeah.
They're similar though, right?
Real
They're very similar.
It's like they took that or this and then just added some more stuff to it.
Yeah.
Real similar. This one's just a little more simple. That one's just got
There's something, right?
yeah.
Okay. All right, so honestly, I had to bring my wife in because these taste very, very similar. I know I said there's a pop of flavor on the Uncle Pookie's, but my wife said it really, really well. This steak seasoning over here by Killer Hogs, it's almost like they took this base and just added like one extra thing, and I can't really put my tongue on it. And honestly, I think that they taste like almost identical. That's not even, I'm not even exaggerating. Like they taste almost identical. And I think my wife really agrees as well. You saw her walk up. She tried both of these. And if you notice, I gave her a piece of the Killer Hog steak, and she didn't even realize that she had tasted a different steak. That's how similar they taste. And that wasn't obviously scripted or anything like that. That's truly how similar these taste. So I would honestly say, again, I know, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But these are both delicious, and you can't go wrong either way. I'm curious to see what that extra little pop of flavor that I get here is, but if I had to describe it, it's almost like instant there and gone, if that makes sense. I take a bite, I taste something different, and then like a millisecond later, it's gone and it tastes exactly like the Killer Hogs. So that flavor, whatever it is, although they're both delicious, they're extremely, extremely good, I can't really pick one that's better over the other. I will say, Uncle Pookie's, you can pick this up at Malcolm Shop in Hernando, Mississippi. And I know that because I've seen a lot of walkthroughs of the shop, and I would give it a try. I would honestly give it a try because that is truly delicious. It's one of the better steak seasonings that I've ever had. And that's saying a lot because really and truly the Killer Hogs is one of our favorites. I mean, it's right up there with ours, you know. Of course, we like ours the best. We're a little bit biased, but Killer Hogs is great. This Uncle Pookie's impressed me. For being a company that I personally haven't heard of too much, they put out a great, great seasoning. And I'm excited to try that on burgers as well. They both give off a great coarseness. The one thing I will say about Uncle Pookie's over the Killer Hogs is you do get a different color. Your steak is going to look a little bit more red, whereas the Killer Hogs gives off just a natural ribeye look. With that, like I said, it's kind of like black, white, and gray seasoning. But, I mean, it's delicious. They're both delicious. You cannot go wrong. If you go by Malcolm's shop over there, you could probably pick both of them up. Or you can reach out to Uncle Pookie himself and get one of these seasonings sent out to you. I'll see if he's okay with me putting his information down below so you guys can reach out to him if you're interested in trying it. And obviously, I think everybody knows where to find Malcolm Reed seasoning, so I don't really have to shout him out too hard. Anyway, this was a great comparison. I know I didn't pick a definitive winner, but like I said, you guys saw my wife come up and you saw on camera, I gave her 2 separate steaks and she literally didn't even realize that she had tried the Killer Hogs one yet. That's how similar they taste. So it's not just me. My wife felt the same way as well, and they're both delicious. Can't go wrong. If you guys have 2 specific seasonings, barbecue sauces, cooking methods, or anything like that that you want us to compare next, leave them in the comments below. That's literally where I get a lot of these ideas from. And we love that you guys interact with us enough for us to get those ideas, so keep them coming. As always, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Thanks. I have some bloopers for y'all today. We'll see y'all on the next one. We're gonna have to start all over. Everything's up. Holy crap. How many takes is it gonna take for us to get this video done? This video is gonna...
We're on 7 minutes.
7 minutes and we have nothing yet. We have nothing so far. Okay, well, let's just...